Yep.
So first you take off these two little screws on the face of this trim piece right here. You know how neat. You see that, Dave?
Mm-hmm.
2 screws. Oh, get in there. Oh, get in there. Come on. There we go. See? That trim piece right there. That's gone. Trash. You know what I'm saying?
Yep, don't worry about the dirt.
Okay, yeah, that's a lot of dirt. And then you open the door, and then there should be some screws that hold the dishwasher into place underside the counter. See that? Right there. Right there. And this thing is connected to electrical, plumbing. There's the water connection right there. See that water connection?
No.
Right there.
Too dark.
That's the water. All those connections are different in every dishwasher.
Okay.
And that's probably the electrical right there. So there's water and power to the dishwasher. So you gotta turn the water off, which is usually connected under your kitchen sink right there. That's the main water that goes to the dishwasher right there. So that's off, and that's the dishwasher drain right there. Comes over, connects to your sink underneath.
Right.
Yeah. Sometimes you just gotta grab it.
Sometimes you just
You know
have to let it rip. Yep.
And then it slides out the hole. And then, right over here, Dave, here's the water. There's the water right here.
Mm-hmm.
You see that one? Right there? Just like a hose. Right there.
Oh,
Disconnected.
Yep.
Right there. There's the water. Here's the drain line.
Is it the
You
white
see
thing?
the drain line right here? So I'll undo that hose clamp right there. That'll be the drain. And then I see the power coming in from back there. Back in the back.
It's kind of dark. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so
Good.
you got a slotted screwdriver? No, right there. So, little hose clamp on the drain. Take that off.
Okay, you're back on.
So you get the water that comes out of the bottom of the motor, and then the drain line will typically pour out a little bit on you too. So,
Have
then-
towels handy is what you're saying.
Yep. So then you got the power line. Got power right here. Comes into that box right there. So that is a live power. Is it plugged in? Oh, it's a hard line. Sometimes there's pigtails that plug in. Sometimes it's hard line. So this is a live electrical line. Quarter-inch line, cover plate,
Ground.
live power, right there, kids. Mm-hmm.
Cool. Don't let them touch.
Yeah. Black is power, white is neutral. Come on. Oh, pop the circuit.
All right.
So here's our new dishwasher. And you take your razor knife and you cut right here where it says razor knife. Cut around your 4 sides. And then you unbox your dishwasher like that. Check for any defects. That's the insulation for sound.
Damage.
Yeah, no damage on the front of it.
What do we do with the wood pallet?
It just comes right off the bottom. You gotta unscrew it from where the legs go in. There's that trim piece that we took off the other one. This will unbolt from the bottom here. We'll do that in a second. And then here's the water hookup to the new one.
The black line?
Here's the drain line. No, this is the, yeah, that's the water that comes in. And it's just a hose connection like we took off. So the old connection will connect right to it.
Okay.
So then inside your brand new dishwasher, you'll have a new drain line. You'll have connections to under the counter. You'll have all the installation instructions right there. Other insulation, all the goodies. The trim for the side of the dishwasher, it's all right there.
Okay.
You gotta undo these to get this crate off the bottom.
There's 4 of them. There you go. Just an adjustable wrench.
And these feet, you reuse them. They're the adjustable feet to level the dishwasher once it's in place. Okay, so here's your power. You got ground, neutral, and hot is black. Here's your water hookup. So the old water will just hook right up to that. This is your drain line coming out of the drain pump at the bottom. That connects over to here. So this will connect to the existing drain line. Oh, we're gonna connect the electrical, which has to be inside this box. So the electrical connection will connect on there.
Okay.
That's to hold the brackets to the underside of the countertop. Those screws are the trim screws. So we'll connect the electrical. So then we have our ground, our neutral, and our hot right there. We connect our ground together. Our ground to ground, green to green, neutral is white, so white to white. Black is the hot lead, goes to the black hot lead from the house. I gotta grab a couple wire nuts. So here's a water line. You wanna make sure it's got a rubber gasket inside there so that when you tighten it down, it doesn't leak. So then that just comes over and connects, screws on just like a hose to the water inlet on the bottom of the dishwasher.
That's what you were talking about.
Now, you don't want to go too tight on your water connection because it's plastic. You just want to give it a little bit of snug up against the rubber gasket so that it doesn't leak.
Okay, you're ready for the light show.
So, for the electrical hookup, you connect your ground, green to green. And then you hook neutral to neutral.
Which is white.
White to white.
Keep the black one covered.
Yep. Because if you're crazy, you can hook it up while it's live.
I wouldn't advise it, but hey.
Oh, why not right there? The black hot lead
That is hot.
to the black black lead on the dishwasher.
That's how you do it without getting. See, it can be done. I wouldn't advise doing it without turning off the power, but
That goes in there. All that goes right there like that. Little trim screw. 1/4-inch nut driver trim screw. Right there. Okay. Power's hooked up, water's hooked up. Now we gotta hook up the drain. So we're adding the drain line extension because it's got to go from here all the way around to connect under the sink. And so we're putting the O-ring clip
to connect the two hoses.
to put those two together to keep that thing from coming undone. And this drain line will feed all the way around. Okay. Now we got a dishwashers come with insulation for sound. So you gotta put that back on there. Because everybody likes a quiet dishwasher. Isn't that right?
Yeah, that's part of why we're buying that, because you can't watch a movie and run the dishwasher at the same time. Thank you.
Look at that nice cozy fit.
Mm-hmm. You got that where it needs to be. Now you got trim pieces to go.
Yep, we'll put some trim pieces around the edges.
Shimmy that in there a little bit.
Yep.
You put your hose connector right, fed it through.
Yep. Okay.
Where did it come through the hose? Oh,
Drain line comes through here.
there it is.
There's our new drain line. We used the old drain line to fish the new one through under the cabinet.
Okay. Trim.
These are trim pieces that trim up against the cabinet here.
We just got you new trim pieces.
Trim pieces for up against your cabinetry.
1, 2, 3 of them. One of them has a gap in it, right?
Yeah, for the closure piece right
One
there.
has a gap. Okay. 2 are the same. 1 is different.
Let's just snap right into place like that, so they trim up against the cabinets nice.
Okay.
If you have a stainless steel dishwasher, the directions will tell you to cover these holes up here and here with these little trim pieces that come with the trim kit. So these little guys, they just pop right into that hole. Just like that. That way water doesn't spray out of the hole right there.
Okay.
These clips connect to the top of the dishwasher right here and these 2 slots. And then what happens, that installs, and then this screws up underneath your countertop to hold the dishwasher in place. So these slide right into there and back,
Don't worry about
and
the
that
trim.
holds it. No, because the trim, this will hold up underneath here, and that trim, it just is what it is. This guy slides in that hole. Kind of slide it in one direction and then slide it back. Just like that. And then this will slide in and you screw up through here to hold it to the countertop.
Okay.
So we got the dishwasher in place. These tabs will break off, but we'll screw right up underneath here into the underside of the countertop. That's how that holds that in place. But you can see the trim along the sides, same trim across the top, and then the dishwasher closes right underneath that. But we'll break these off once we install the screw underneath.
Okay.
So in your trim package, you've got real flat-headed Phillips screw, and you got some 1/4-inch hex heads. These flat ones are the ones that go up under here so that they don't scrape the top of the door when the door closes. That's why you use these flat ones to screw here.
Okay.
So this tab, I broke this tab off here already. And this one, you can just grab, work it back and forth. The tab breaks off, push it back just enough, and you'll screw that into place.
What happens if you have granite?
It's typically 5/8 of underlayment under granite that you can attach to.
Okay.
Okay.
That's how it works.
That's how it works right there. Oh,
Ready. Is the light on? Nope.
so this is our new dishwasher drain. We're gonna take all the old off, and we're gonna attach this dishwasher drain to the tailpiece on the bottom of the sink right here. So that all the dishwasher will drain right into here and out. So now we're gonna take the new dishwasher drain, put a hose clamp on it. We're gonna connect that right to the tailpiece under the kitchen sink. Just like that, and then we'll tighten that down.
It's like that.
Now we're gonna take this water line and we're gonna turn the water back on to the dishwasher. So we got a live water line, we got a hooked up drain line here. And for those of you that know, typically need an air gap, which means that drain line has to come up, create an air gap between the dishwasher drain and here. And on this dishwasher, there's already an air gap built into the side of this drain, so we don't have to do it again under the kitchen sink. We're gonna come over here and we're gonna take our
You already popped the breaker. Turned it back on.
breaker back on.
Oh.
Take off some of this trim stuff. And it's beautiful. Take off everything from the inside of the dishwasher. All this foam, tape, residue, rubber band inside there for shipping. Take that off. Now there's no more paperwork in there. No paperwork in there. Paperwork in the upper tray. The foam right there. Now we're going to, let's see. Let's just start a, well, let's just start it. We should hear it filling up. Here comes the water. And what we want to do is we want to check underneath. I can hear the water running. So we want to check underneath and make sure our connection's not leaking. Oop. There's our water connection right there. Got no leaks.
I hear it.
Floor's still a little bit wet just because we spilled some water from that drain. Yep, it's filling up. You can adjust your legs right here if you need to. Also, you can reach around through here, the back legs, if you need to. We had them pre-adjusted and it actually worked out, so we don't need to do any adjusting. So, it's filling up. We're going to let it cycle. We'll let it run its drain. And then we will put the trim piece on the face of the dishwasher here. In the meantime, while we're letting this run, we'll clean off all the residue and covering off the face of it. We're waiting for this to test. There's an insulation piece. All this insulation to keep it nice and quiet. Gives you instructions here. Slide it in underneath. Then this big flap folds up under the door. And you've got some leg trim insulation pieces for each side. So we're going to slide those in now.
Wait. Okay.
This trim piece goes on the floor. It slides up underneath like that. And your screws hold it off. Hold it in there. Just like that, and then we'll put the screws in and screw it into place.
Okay, final piece. Wait.